Experts are split. Is Conor McGregor's comeback real, or will Max Holloway end the story once and for all?
It's going to be a tremendous fight. I think that we now get to see two guys that are adults, right? The first time they fought, they were children. Max was a kid, Conor was a kid. These guys are going to be grown men fighting in what will be... It's hard to think that an event will get bigger after this, but every time Conor McGregor's here, it's bigger and it's better. Sport's better with this man in the fight game, so...
Be a finish, 100%. If Max gets you tired, he's so good at going in for the kill. And yeah, he's even getting much better in the pocket, even.
With UFC 329 fast approaching, all eyes are on the highly anticipated rematch between Conor McGregor and Max Holloway. More than a decade after their first meeting, both fighters return as very different athletes with far greater experience. Now, UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier has shared his thoughts on one of the biggest questions in MMA. Can McGregor make a successful comeback, or is this finally Holloway's moment?
Conor went up to fight for that second championship. We were unwilling to go up. Everybody was afraid. George St. Pierre got offered multiple times to go fight Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva to fight John Jones. It was almost impossible. That's why you saw such long title runs. Then Conor McGregor said, it doesn't have to be the same. I can do something different. And now you're telling me a guy is going to go in 3 different weight classes? That's nuts. Because Cyril Gane never could weigh 180 pounds. That's how you see the difference in the two humans.
When asked about McGregor's chances after such a long layoff, Dana White admitted that ring rust is a possibility. However, he also pointed out that McGregor possesses rare knockout power that can change a fight in an instant. While avoiding a firm prediction, White believes McGregor's ability to finish fights quickly makes him a dangerous opponent for anyone.
He's going to come back in his fight versus Holloway.
You don't know. That's part of the fun of it, Here's what I can say. I've never seen a situation where coming back from such a long layoff is a good thing. Layoffs in this business are, you got to stay active. You got to stay busy. But again, you're talking about a guy like Conor who has that knockout power. And Max Holloway's, one of the greatest ever.
Alexander Volkanovski also weighed in on the matchup. He acknowledged McGregor's explosive striking but believes Holloway's non-stop pace, durability, and cardio could become the deciding factors if the fight reaches the later rounds. In his view, Holloway's pressure may gradually shift the momentum in his favor.
I think it's just going to be too much for Conor, and you're going to just see Max get his hand raised, maybe get a finish. Can he hurt him, get him to the ground, and then maybe get a submission? You could maybe see that as well. When people crumble and get really tired, there's always a submission there. Gamble responsibly, but there's probably good coin for a submission over a TKO. If you wanted to be a sneaky bet, that could be something, because he will melt him. And when he's melting and just sort of going there shooting because he's so tired, is a submission going to be the way to go? When he turns over and just gives it back, and then, all right, may as well take the submission. Maybe we...
Joe Rogan, Josh Thompson, and John McCarthy also discussed the UFC 329 main event. They suggested that moving the fight to welterweight could benefit McGregor by removing the challenge of a difficult weight cut. At the same time, they emphasized that Holloway's toughness and experience make this a fascinating stylistic matchup with plenty of unanswered questions.
It's going to be bananas. It's going to be bananas. I mean, people are going to go crazy for the return of Conor McGregor because he's a giant personality.
But don't expect the same.
How could
you just can't.
It's been 5
years. But that's the problem.
It might be more.
Because they're going to all expect that.
I think it is a little over 5. It's almost 6, I think.
It might be 6 at the time of the fight.
It might be.
I think it's
5. I think it's 5 right now.
Are we expecting to see a Conor that looked like Nate this last fight? Or are we expecting to see a better Conor than someone that looked like Nate? Because Nate did not look good.
No, Mike Perry did.
And
Mike Perry looked like a...
The panel also highlighted Holloway's trademark work rate and durability. Looking at his recent performances, they noted that Holloway has consistently maintained a high pace while showing impressive toughness against elite competition. Those qualities, combined with his experience over long fights, could create serious problems if the contest goes the full distance.
Max Holloway, isn't
he's young.
that much younger
Yeah.
than Conor.
He's not.
But the thing is, Max has been in constant high-level competition the
Yeah.
entire time. Won the BMF fight, beat Dustin, like constant high-level competition.
That's right.
It's a different thing.
And I honestly believe him at 155 is the best thing for him.
Absolutely.
But he's not 155 in this fight.
This
It's
is 170.
170.
But
Yeah.
honestly, he
But that's even better.
might be
No
better.
weight cutting at all.
Just no weight cut, just kind of walk around.
And also, knowing this is such a high-profile fight, Max is always in his.
Dan Hooker believes both fighters have clear paths to victory. He praised Holloway's consistency and recent activity while also acknowledging the uncertainty surrounding McGregor after years away from competition. Even so, Hooker warned fans not to overlook McGregor's fight-ending power and ability to produce big moments.
After being inactive for so long, and like, no knock on Conor, that's a career ender. The way that he snapped his leg and having to come back from that and rebuild from that is credit to it for even, the guy's got more money than anyone else in the sport, and so there's no real need for him to step back in there and get out and compete again. So credit to him for still having that chip on his shoulder and something to prove.
Dricus Du Plessis focused on the history between the two competitors. He pointed out that their first meeting happened more than 10 years ago, making this rematch especially interesting because both men have grown and evolved throughout their careers. He expects a much different contest than the one fans saw years ago.
Like you said, he was a star way before I was just starting my pro career. And then you have Max Holloway, an all-time favorite, crowd favorite. I love him. I think he's an incredible fighter. Him and Conor had that, I think it was Conor's second fight in the UFC. Him and Holloway, what was that, 13 years ago, I think.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah, so those guys fought, and Conor, I remember that's when Conor tore his knee. He blew his knee in that fight, and he had to grapple with Holloway. With Holloway's takedown defense, and Conor was able to take him down and out-grapple him there. So that was this is going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be a striking fight, of course. I can't wait.
Robert Whittaker also shared his opinion, describing McGregor as one of the most dangerous strikers in MMA. However, he believes the biggest question remains how McGregor will perform after such an extended break. Until fight night arrives, that uncertainty continues to fuel debate across the MMA community.
Done?
It's too hard to say. Conor's been out. Like, we don't know what we're going to see, which version of Conor we saw. Like, even the last fight that we saw him in didn't look great. Yeah, I understand he got injured and stuff like that, but the one before that wasn't great either. But in saying that, let's say we see Conor of old come back, like huge, muscly, 170, feeling himself. He's a nightmare for anyone. He's got some of the, like, in his prime, his striking would have been the best in the UFC.
Max Holloway admitted he was surprised the rematch finally came together after so many years. While he always believed another meeting was possible, he now views this fight as an opportunity to settle unfinished business and deliver a memorable performance on one of MMA's biggest stages.